Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Stellar, Lumens, and XLM, so sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course, I always do greatly appreciate it. Now, yesterday I did tweet out talking to you guys about why we should be watching XLM and XRP closely. Not because I do believe that we are nearing the end of this alt season, but because these two are really ranging within their Bitcoin charts to really pull a 2017-2018 move yet again. Now, of course, it's been 4 years since both of these hit their all-time highs, so these are really, I would say, destined to break out and hit massive highs very, very soon. Now, XLM has been overlooked for a little bit of time. We did hit some nice lows. I hope you guys were paying attention and scooping up those lows as much as you possibly can. Here you guys have those lows all the way down here at about like 16.5 cents. Absolutely crazy to say the least when we're talking about those levels, because those are levels that we didn't see in since like around like December of 2020. And yeah, I mean, it's absolutely insane how low XLM did go, especially with the overall value that this does pack. Now, of course, we talk about XRP because XRP and XLM do both move very, very closely together. We are seeing a lot of altcoin dominance right now. We're seeing alts really kind of taking over currently. A few corrections happening along the board, but for the most part, we're still seeing a lot of money flowing into altcoins currently. Now, all while I am watching this, I do just want to say a quick warning that we might be seeing a lot of altcoins kind of trade sideways and possibly even move down in price here shortly once we do see Bitcoin kind of take the the lead, if you will. And the reason why I say this is because of Bitcoin dominance. So I have been addressing Bitcoin dominance to you guys for a little bit of time now, but ultimately right now we are seeing Bitcoin dominance going into a little bit of a bear market, if you will. Now this is very bullish for altcoins, but I suspect that this will have a bounce back very, very soon. So as we are seeing Bitcoin dominance dropping in value, similar to what we've seen in the past. Here we have, for an example, that October to November timeframe jump. Now, during November, it was pretty significant because, a lot of altcoins topped out somewhere within this range here. But, for an example, like Ethereum didn't top out until like around like December of this year, or I shouldn't say this year, but last year, before, of course, the new year marched in. And that's when Bitcoin started to kind of take the lead, if you will, until just recently. Now, all while this is the case, I foresee, some sort of test within this area. It doesn't have to specifically come down and test, 39% exact, but it's just within this area specifically, and I could actually kind of show you guys this. So within this 40 to 39% zone is where I foresee a strong bounce. And this bounce is going to come up pretty high, I would say between the 45 to 47% area. So anything within this area up here is totally welcome. And this is when you really kind of want to pay attention to altcoins, because this is where most likely Bitcoin should be at a pretty high figure. We're talking about like 70K plus. And this is when we do start to see, Bitcoin kind of taking that little bit of sideways momentum sort of trading pattern that it did during 2017 and 2018 during the month of December. This is when XLM and XRP really got, unleashed, and that's when they started to do a massive run. And then, of course, Bitcoin dominance dropped all the way to 35.41% while it was kind of moving up in price, which, if we are talking about alt season, that's basically what you want to see. Alts went absolutely parabolic, and this is basically where you want to watch Bitcoin dominance up here. Not right now, currently. I mean, like Bitcoin dominance, you should definitely be eyeing it currently for that strong bounce back, because that's when you really kind of want to put more attention on Bitcoin than your altcoins. But the reason why I bring this up is because we are seeing a breakout event on the total 2, aka the altcoin market cap. This does include Ethereum. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this in an XLM video is because as we are watching XLM, I am also watching the entire altcoin market, because currently, if we're talking about where we are right now, we are breaking above the 702, looking to target that 786 up at about $1.35 trillion. And we're going to see if we do reject off of that area or if we have a strong breakout event. depending on how low Bitcoin dominance goes. Like I said, if we come down to these levels, it's going to be a slow grind down, but it's also going to be a slow grind up. But ultimately speaking, if we do continue that downward trend on Bitcoin dominance, we'll most likely, you either see a test here. This is where we will see, a rejection for altcoins, where we do come down and possibly even test off of, this bottom fib. This is where we will see, and this actually isn't even a bottom fib. This is the 618 fib level at about $1.07 trillion. Now, this is something similar to that we did back in the past. Of course, yes, we could wick above this. We did this during September, where we did wick as high as about like 1.462 trillion. Now again, if we do repeat that, that's totally fine. But you guys do see where I could actually kind of show you guys what will happen if we do repeat that process. So again, if we do go as high as those candle wicks back there, I do expect us to range on the support zone down here before ultimately going absolutely crazy. This is where we will see alt season. We will retest the highs, break out, and this is where we will see, the altcoin market cap going absolutely insane, targeting its higher figures in terms of the numbers up here that I do have placed on the chart. I specifically said, watch for this 4236 level to be tested at around $7 trillion. If we do test that high, it's going to be pretty significant. Of course, it's not going to be just an uphill battle. We will see rejections along the way, slight pullbacks. Most likely, we'll see a pullback at around this area right here, where we will come down and retest the recent all-time high. And then this will continue to ride up all the way through, of course, like the fall time period to between, I would say, $5 to $7 trillion. Ultimately, I think that is a fairly conservative range, considering the fact that the 4618 is up at around almost $8 trillion. And this is why I say altcoins have a beautiful path ahead, specifically because of what Bitcoin is really kind of doing right now, and where we do see Bitcoin's levels reaching out to like 120 to 160K. And then, of course, XLM, right? So XLM is very, very close to a breakout event. I've said 24 cents multiple times over the past couple days. The reason for this is every single time that we've broken 24 cents, we went on a nice tear. This is the recent one to 44 cents. Previous to that, of course, we went to almost the all-time high. We hit about almost 80 cents. And, of course, previous to that, we have that level back here. This is, of course, a downward trend. But here we have that breakout event that led us to the all-time high. Okay? So when we are talking about 24 cents is a very significant area for us to actually break over. And I really do believe that we are sort of trading within this range, similar to what we did back in 2017 and 2018 before XLM went on that nasty run to almost $1 range. The difference here is the amount of money that's in this market and where XLM is actually positioned. Because currently speaking, when we are talking about outreaches to some fib levels, check out these multi-year fib levels that XLM actually has placed on the board. So yesterday I told you guys that we could be expecting a $2 to $4 XLM. Okay? That's my range. $2 to $4. Now, if we are talking about that, the reason why $4, well, it's technically $3.88. Okay? The reason why I say that this is possible is because of XRP's figures that we are talking about as well. We are addressing some of the XRP targets. We've been addressing them for a while now. Of course, when we are talking about these fib outreaches, the 4236 is a very, very common one that really does get breached a lot of the times within this market. If that is the case, we are looking at about a 1,500% of an increase in price. It's a significant ROI as well. It's over a 10x opportunity. It's like about a 15x opportunity from here. And when we are talking about like XRP, the reason why that I'm watching these two closely is because XLM and XRP move very, very closely together. And XRP is actually in a similar boat as XLM. We have this multi-year fib level that we need to break over 92, almost 93 cents. Of course, the chart is tightening a little bit. But the fib outreaches, so the 4236, now this is where things get very interesting. I've always said $10 to $15 because the 4236 is nearly $15 exact. $14.88. It's pretty high in terms of figures, but ultimately speaking, I do believe that this is highly possible. XLM, the funny thing about XLM is that if we do go to $4, it's a market cap of about $98.9 billion. I really don't think that that is too high at all when we are talking about a lot of the all-time highs that were breached within this market. Dogecoin, stuff like that, ADA, they hit over $100 billion market cap. XRP alone hit $100 billion in market cap going back to 2017, 2018. So realistically speaking, when we are talking about this bull run, this is $98.9 billion for Stellar. XRP, if XRP hit some pretty high targets. Like we're talking about that $10 to $15 range. So at $10, we'd have about a market cap of $481.4 billion. And at $15, we'd have almost a $1 trillion market cap. Now, I know what you guys are probably going to say. There's no way, absolutely no way is it going that high because of market cap. Market cap's going to hold it back. I just want you guys to understand that when we are talking about the total two, there's going to be a lot of money flowing into this market if we are going to be hitting these high fib levels. Now, what makes these fib levels even significant? Well, it's the idea that, ultimately speaking, we are going back to that March of 2020 dropping point. We're going off of the all-time high recently that we hit on the altcoin market. Even realistically speaking, if we do break out of the all-time high, we're still going up $1 trillion within this market. That means that the altcoin market will still have around $3 trillion almost within it. So when we are talking about XRP and XLM, even their higher fib levels, right? Like, I don't believe that $15 is going to be XRP's main target. I think that if we do see a settlement, XRP could actually even go higher, but it's just because of how much capital is going to be flowing into this market. Of course, we have to watch and wait to see that truly unfold, but the reason why I say, $4 for XLM is possible is because of the level that it could hit, in terms of market cap. I mean, $98.9 billion in terms of XLM is pretty conservative when we are talking about, possibly a $5 to $7 trillion market cap for altcoins. And then, of course, even like the higher fib levels, like, we're talking about like, I think the highest one is $7. So $7.31. Now, of course, I don't believe that outreach is possible. I don't think that we're going to hit $7 this bull run. If we do, that's absolutely crazy. But $173.1 billion in market cap potential. That is something pretty significant. But the reason why I bring this up is because of what XLM has been, or I shouldn't say XLM, but what Stellar themselves have been doing as a company. They've been really branching out and, really focused on some incredible use cases. And I just think that when we are talking about demand and we're talking about, where we currently are in this market, I think that we're very, very close to the next major stepping stone for the total two. Even in terms of their Bitcoin price chart. So I actually have the 2017-2018 XLM Bitcoin price chart here. So, ultimately speaking, right now XLM is showing immense strength on the Bitcoin price chart. Major upside, uptrend right now currently. And then we have this, 2017-2018 structure. We had this nice upward trend, sideways momentum for a few days. I mean, realistically speaking, we can go back to 2017 real quick, and I can kind of show you guys where I grabbed this from. So, ultimately, this is like right before the major, alt season, right? This is this level here. Realistically speaking, I think that we're right here. I think that we're in this range where we are seeing a nice little uptrend, but I think that we're going to have this downward trend once we do see the Bitcoin dominance really kind of spike back up. That's where we will see Bitcoin's last wave 5. Of course, we have to watch this closely to see if we are going to be invalidated or validated on this, but I do think that we have some time still. I think that, realistically speaking, we probably have, still about like a month, maybe 2 months, even 3 possibly. It just depends on how long we're going to be ranging for. Off of the high point here from the day that we started to really hit that topping point to ranging to, of course, the breakout event, it was about 82 days. So it was almost like 3 months, realistically speaking, until XLM did go to those nice highs. Of course, things could happen in an instance. This is crypto. It could happen any day, but that is also why we do watch the charts. I mean, it's a slow grind, but once things really start to happen, I mean, like these candles that we see here are absolutely massive, and they do happen very, very fast. So I want you guys to understand that, I would be watching XLM's Bitcoin price chart as well as the XRP Bitcoin price chart. I mean, XRP's is sort of sideways momentum right now, but these are coiling up. I mean, realistically speaking, when we're talking about what usually happens, we see a major inversion on these charts when they do kind of coil up and try or trade sideways like this. So the next major stepping stone for XRP and even XLM would be just to see if they do break out on their Bitcoin price charts. XLM is in a slow grind right now, but so is the USD chart. I mean, right now XLM is trading on this upside or uptrend potential right now, right against resistance, multi-year resistance, waiting to see that breakout event. The last time that we tried to break out of this, fib level, again, rejection all the way down to support, which is a multi-year support level at around like 16 cents. As you guys do see, even going back to the December 2020 timeframe, major support, and it's also support going back to 2017 and 2018. But realistically speaking, I am watching a lot of these altcoins closely that a lot of people just are not watching. I think that when we're talking about XLM, it does have massive upside potential. I mean, even if we're talking about like $4, right, it's an upside of 16x. At $2, it's a 750% run. $3 at 12x, $74.2 billion market cap. That's pretty low. I mean, even in the year of 2017, 2018, we hit about a market cap of 23 billion. I easily see this going up at least by a 2x. So, we're still sitting at about a $46 billion market cap, but this could go much higher. $2 to $4 is my range. Of course, those will be my targets until we do get invalidated. I would definitely look to take profit at a 10x opportunity if you are getting in now. Maybe you got in at 16 cents, maybe you got in at 17, 18, whatever. Just do a 10x from there. Take your initial investment out and let it ride. That way you de-risk yourself fully. And it's basically just free money that you're playing with. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.